grand finals of what I would consider my very first draft league. Meaning from start to finish, I made every decision in my draft picks here. So like going back, originally I did not have this Vaporeon here, right? Originally I had Mare Cross as my first pick. And I dropped it. And I picked up Vaporeon and some other skeezer. Either way, my team of the 7-star strikers has led me to grand finals. And just to throw off my Hall of Fame right here. Phennekinesis, the Espeon. Scrappery, the Mimikyu. Stormbreaker, the Cleavor. Dimension, the Hoopa. Narcolepsy, the Kamala, which put in so much work. Dang near kill leader, right? Don't sleep on him. Moist, the Vaporeon. Acapello, the Grimmsnarl. Daddy Long Eggs, traded out for more Pico. The Alolan Exit. I'm not even going to try. Nightmare, the Vikavolt. And I should call her, the Clamperl. Everybody's put in work. I've used each one of these Pokemon, minus the traded ones. Morpeko, no, we don't talk about Morpeko. Facing off against the color-coded corpse. So they have an Aerodactyl, Persian, not Alolan, but Galarian Rapidash, Flygon, the Quillfish, Hisuian Decidueye, Arctozolt, Slowking, Excalibur, and Mega Camerupt. So this is what I brought today. Right, so let's just go top from bottom. Acapello here, which I gotta fix the name, right? Acapello, running Pickpocket, right? Pickpocket to bluff the prankster. But if I get knocked off, I get to take an item. Pretty sure that's how it works. But anyway, play rough to hit Flygon. Overall, do some good neutral damage to Quillfish, even after Intimidate, maybe. And basically for the Hisuian Decidueye, Quillfish, Flygon, Hisuian Decidueye, whatever. Stab, Darkest Lariat. I was going to run Expert Belt to keep that bluff up as well. Even with the low chip, still does work, but I'm going to get the most for what I can cash in for. Darkest Lariat can one-hit KO most builds of Galarian Slowking. Sorry, not Galarian Slowking. Even that too. Glowking can get bopped. One-hit KO with the black glasses. But we're rocking the Life Orb here. Get some more damage output with the Fire Punch for a Scavalier. And even an Arctozolt, right? Anything that it could get hit super affected by. But this could one-shot, mostly clean up. Sucker Punch, of course, for the anything faster. I don't have much speed investment, but I have enough to outspeed this any no speed investment in base 60 mon. Next, I have Moist. Moist is finna do the work. Deadass, I was finna run into grand finals if I didn't have any mocks with just Vaporeon. Like, you know, it's Christmas time over here, holiday time, and birthdays at the same time for me, so pretty busy. But this had a couple variations. Mostly everything was gonna run that acid armor. Looking at his team, it's a lot of physical attackers, which Flygon can run mixed. And of course you have that camera up there. But I'm only really afraid of any special attackers being nothing really. I did in my mock face a stored power Mystic Fire Galarians. I'm just Rapidash, right? Did some work, but I overcame it. Either way, Scald can hit his whole team. Nothing wants to run into a Scald, especially a burn. And at first I was running Toxic for Slowking, but that thing could just come in, leave as it pleases with no real issue or detriment. So Calm Mind up. I'm hoping he runs a pretty defensive variant. That way I can get some more damage off. And I can easily get up to +6, I believe. Future Sight with no investment doesn't do jack to me after a Calm Mind. I outspeed Quillfish, right? And anything under that. That way I can sub up. And with the investment that I have in defense, I could take any non-invested hit, sub, get an acid armor, and even at +6, Dracozolt does not knock out a sub if I am faster, meaning snow, you know? So if it brings, I plan on this doing the most of work. Next we have Nightmare. Kind of similar to the Vaporeon, same concept. Not a lot of special attackers in this field, so fully defensive with 8 special attack EVs, and that 8 actually does, I believe, enough for me to do half to Slowking or half to Dracozolt. Either way, it's doing damage. Substitute just in case Toxic from like a Escavalier or anything else helps me scout out. And today we might not even see much of Durian Berry, Natural Gift, Cleavor, sorry, Stormbreaker, right? But 96 speed EVs just to outspeed something. It outspeeds whatever. And I believe I am running Adamant on this for damage output. Without an attack drop, I should do about half to a fully defensive Quillfish. Stone Axe, you know what it does. It misses. It gets up rocks. It does your dishes. It does what it does. X Scissor, just all out attack. Should one-hit KO most variants of specially defensive Slowkings. Natural Gift. So the Natural Gift is water. So I can one-hit KO, I believe, a fully defense invested Mega Camera from full and just make that mon non-existent. And Aerial Lace, just in case he does bring fully defensive Decidueye, Aerial Lace can likely knock it out. Then I have Narcolepsy here with the protective pads. Something might run Rocky Helmet, but the idea is if he sets up those T-Spikes, which, you know, he has full availability to do if I lead Vaporeon, I could just come in, not worry about any status, and just basically rapid spin away. Bulk up, I can get some kind of like a Great Tusk wannabe off. I could have ran Knock, but Earthquake can do damage to Quillfish. Ice Spinner for everything else it's super effective on. Rapid Spin. After 2 rapid spins, I outspeed Arctozolt in the snow too. So that's good to know. Get some damage off with Earthquake. You know, do a little something. And Scrap Reap. This was honestly fodder. Making the best I could do with its disguise ability. Getting off some statuses. Nothing likes to get Will-O-Wisp or Toxic, and I have Hex to do some pretty outstanding damage with a fully special Mimikyu. Yeah, that Spatak is not great. I think it sits at base 50, but it can do some work here. And Taunt to keep Slowking from trying to get a chilly reception out, right? I can do a lot of damage with this 40 speed EVs to outspeed, blah, blah, blah. And that's a team. So I can outspeed his Flygon. if it is no speed investment with the Mimikyu. I believe that's what that's for. Either way, I'm ready. The mocks that I had, I was pretty dominant. Some were wishy-washy, but I think it really comes down to getting the switch in on Slowking, but that's what the Calm Mind there is for now. So I'm just try to make this as quick as possible, but have a great battle as well. And I'll see you when I see you on there. Hopefully it'll be on the other side of Grand Finals. Well, I mean, we're in Grand Finals, but the other side of the line, you know what I mean. All right, see you then. All right, so we definitely faced this team before. All right, so let me get this out. We're gonna start off with Vaporeon, like we did. Here comes the Quillfish. All right, so I'm not gonna do much except sub right here, and I am faster. He does set up the toxic spikes, and this is where I acid armor. I forgot to give the name to Grim. So I'm gonna just keep acid arming. So that crunch didn't take me out. He's likely fully defensive. As long as he doesn't have haze, this is pretty good. All right, so here's where I just start scalding. Slowking does come in. Let's see. So slow king. Let's see, how much did he take? He took He took 11 from that. So yeah, that is not specially defensive. Yeah, all right, so that's Fizz Def. So I'm gonna Calm Mind here. And my full set is revealed. So I definitely outspeed everything if it is defense invested. He likely goes out into Flygon and U-turns maybe. If he does do that, I sub again. My sub has taken a lot of damage. So here comes the Dracozolt. I'm just gonna sub for right now, I believe. So Bolt Beak, Dracozolt, right? So at full +6 in the snow, he does some, oh sheesh, he does some damage. So I could acid armor 2 more times, right? That's 1. I'm getting kind of low. Sub again. All right, so anything after this, it does not whoop whoop whoop. I'm a sub. I'm going to Calm Mind. Sends out Arctozolt. It does break the sub, but it does die. So that's Arctozolt down. Alright. Not the lead, Vaporeon Schmicks. Alright, so Decidueye here, right? Decidueye. Hisui. How much does your Leaf Blade do, my guy? Leaf Blade. It can definitely crit, right? Okay. So he's going for the crit, and he is faster. So I'm going to Scald this. There's a crit. Do I need this alive for anything, though? Right? Do I need this alive? If it crits, it crits, but it also has other chances for other things. I think I just run it through. Okay. He deserves it. He really does. So I really wish I had Vape alive still, but that's okay. So if that is fully what you call it, it does kill here. I go out into, I think I go out into Nightmare, right? Let's see. Nightmare doesn't fear much of him, but we just go Stormbreaker. Maybe I get up some rocks. Is he Scarf? So sad boy, sad boy. Low-key kind of wish I did have the... He fears this, right? Ironhead could come out. And it does. He gets some chip. Let's see what that was right there. It's Cavern. Right. Why are you blank? Either way, you're... Whatever. I sub... He has lefties. So let's say Ironhead. Boom. You're likely 252. And that did 13. Oh, so I don't think he's fully invested there. We got a lot of people in the chat there. Bug Buzz definitely does a lot to everything. That Flygon, hopefully. Okay, here it comes. Flygon. Let's see. Boom Burst. Let's see. Specs would wreck, probably. But I'm just going to Roost. It does. Yes. All right, so either way, how much did that do? That was a crunch, right? I'm just going to Bug Buzz, get some damage off. Okay, so that thing is bulky. Alright, so I'm just gonna Iron Defense again. Let's do another Iron Defense. I think my sub lives another. He probably has Toxic, right? So yeah, whole set's out there for the world. Okay, so I'm not sure what this can do, but I can get PP stalled. Right. Oh, I should have known better. Thing is, do you... Okay, Flygon Crunch, right? Let's say 252. Let's do Calcs Crunch, right? Because I don't want to take no... What you call it? Kamala, my guy. Let's just get this in, right? So we scope the lefties, right? We rapid spin. Okay, so Excalibur. Adrenaline is up high. Adamant. Let's make it adamant. Iron Head. I don't think it's fully whatever, but does Grim want to come in on this? Never know. No, not in the whole hell. So boom, Iron Head, that. So Quillfish comes in. I am no longer I'm in, right? Okay, good chili, good chili. Okay, Scavalier comes out. I Fire Punch. Get that out of here, right? I don't want to hear. Get out. This was... So this comes in. What do I want to do here, right? I low-key want to save Stormbreaker. You got the Toxic on. Oh, That's some damage, right? We limit stuff. Stone Axe crit. Needed that. I could use... Okay. That thing's bulky. So what we do here... Rapid spin, right? Rapid spin, run it up. Oh my gosh. Why y'all sleep on this boy? Oh my gosh. Oh. My goat. Okay, so that boy was definitely scarfed up. I want to know the funny thing. So I keep this, right? At this point, you can toxic me. I don't care. What do I do here? I leave this alive, right? I don't want Grim to get boinked, which he doesn't. Does Flygon have Iron Head? Okay. I don't care if something dies here, right? Darkest Lariat. It's fine. We dark again. Quillfish dies of rocks. Entirely fine. So you are going to taunt. I mean, you're going to clearly protect, right? No toxic for you. I will literally Will-O-Wisp here. He's in a bad predicament. Oh, no. Shadow Ball. Taunt wears off, right? Do I care? I don't. Wait, no. I do. How much? All right, let's say, all right, Mimikyu, Slow King. You got Shadow Ball. Right. The taunt is really nice. Shadow Ball doesn't kill in most, if not any instance. I'll just show off this, right? No fear. My boy Nightmare. Right, I'm just gonna take the toxic, do my damage, Bug Buzz. Let's not accidentally Terra. Right. Keep that nice and low. He could really switch out. I want to taunt this, right? Or I toxic this as well. And I hex. I want Kamala to get this last kill. All right. He gets a shadow ball. Oh, that's just straight up oof. Winning grand finals. That was a great game. It did go up to turn 59, but wasn't stally. I did predict most of the builds, but yeah, me getting rid of that Zolt early on with that bait, justice. But my first draft, my first all the way up to finals, and I don't think anybody believed in this team, but hey, don't sleep, for real. Looking forward to any other drafts that I'm in. I'll definitely bring the content to you guys, so be on the lookout for that. And always and forever, heat. Bring the heat. Come with heat. Live by the heat, die by the heat.